Some of us will see some sunshine today, but for most it's going to be a fairly cloudy day with some rain, the heaviest of which will be across Scotland and Northern Ireland. I'll have all the details coming up. Not a clue where it would take me, but it is a lovely picture, and it actually does describe today's weather quite nicely, because today, for many of us, it's actually going to be quite a cloudy day. Some of us will see some rain, the heaviest of which will be across Scotland and Northern Ireland, courtesy of this weather front. And as it sinks south behind it, the wind will turn more northerly. We've also got this weather front sinking across England and Wales. This is a fairly weak one, but it still is producing some patchy rain, murky conditions around it, some hill fog and coastal fog as well. In the southeast, we're starting off on a bright note with some sunshine, but it will cloud over through the day with some splashes of rain arriving much later. So in between these two bands is where we'll see some sunshine this afternoon through Wales and northern England. Somewhere in northeast England could actually hit 24 this afternoon in the sunshine. That will feel quite pleasant. And as this rain moves south across Scotland and Northern Ireland, eventually getting into just over the borders, well, the wind will turn more northerly, and that will feel pretty chilly, gusting to about 40 miles an hour. Now, through this evening and overnight, our band of rain continues to slide steadily southwards. Still a brisk wind behind it. Ahead of it, you can see some showers in the southeast. And temperature-wise, well, it's not going to be a cold night. Most of us will stay in double figures. We've got that range 9 in the far north of Scotland to 15 as we come down towards the Midlands and the southeast. Tomorrow we start off with this band of rain, and watch how it curls round back into Scotland and just clipping the northeast of England. Some brighter skies out towards the west, but through the day we could see some thundery showers across parts of Wales, the Midlands and also northwest England. These are our temperatures up to 20, but with that brisk wind it will feel that bit cooler. Charlie and Naga.
Carol, thanks very much.
Charlie, good morning both. Good morning to you too. The weather today is very mixed. For many of us, it's going to be fairly cloudy. There will be some sunshine around, but we've also got some rain as well. Now, we've got a weak weather front, which is moving southwards, taking its cloud and patchy rain with it. After a bright start in the southeast, it will cloud over, but we've also got a more active weather front across Scotland and Northern Ireland, bringing in some heavier, more persistent rain, and behind that, the wind will turn more northerly. So a bright sunny start, a cool start in the southeast. Here comes the weather front through the course of the day, introducing a bit more cloud, some patchy rain. Behind it, it will brighten up across northern parts of Wales, northern England, parts of the southwest. But then we've got our rain moving through Scotland, getting in across the borders and also across Northern Ireland. Behind that, we've got the northerly flow. Now, in the sunshine today, we could well see highs of about 24 degrees somewhere in northeast England. So although you're starting off with a lot of low cloud, some murk around, it should brighten up as our front pulls away. But today, once again, we've got high levels of pollen across much of England. Now, through this evening and overnight, our weather front continues down towards the southeast, taking its cloud and patchy rain. And our second weather front, with a heavier, more persistent rain, follows hot in its heels. Still gusty winds coming in across the north, and once again, they will be northerly winds. And we've got this curl, it's a weather front, coming back in across northern and eastern Scotland, bringing yet more rain. But as you can see, it is not going to be a cold night, most of us staying in double figures. So tomorrow, this rain in the southeast pushes towards the southeastern corner, follow that round, and we've got the rain in northeast Scotland pushing southwards through the day as well. So brighter skies out towards the west, but as temperatures rise, we could see some showers develop. Some of those could be heavy and thundery across the West Midlands, in through northwest England and parts of Wales. And for England and Wales too, it will feel quite humid, and it will do tomorrow as well. Now, as we head on through Friday and into the weekend, our weather system sinks southwards. It's wrapped around an area of low pressure, and so the weather in the south will be more unsettled. There'll be quite a bit of cloud around at times. We'll also have periods of rain or indeed showers. To the north of that, for Scotland and Northern Ireland, we're looking at much brighter conditions with some sunshine, but it should brighten up later across southern England. That could spark off some heavy thundery showers for some as well. Temperatures ranging from 12 to about 20 degrees. And then into Sunday, we still have that area of low pressure. So still a fair bit of cloud around, weather fronts not too far away from the south, bringing in some rain at times. Whereas as we move into northern England, Scotland and also Northern Ireland, you'll have some sunshine and temperatures 13 to about 20 degrees. So the weather is all over the place, and this may well affect Wimbledon on Monday, when of course Wimbledon Championship start. Naga and Charlie.
Carol, thanks very much.
There's some sunshine in the forecast today, but for many of us, it's going to be fairly cloudy with some rain, the heaviest of which will be across Scotland and Northern Ireland. I'll have all the details coming up. A lot of low cloud around this morning. Good morning, everybody. And also some patchy rain, some heavier rain coming though. And as you can see here, this lovely Weather Watchers picture from Anglesey tells that story beautifully, just looking through the trees. Now, we've got a lot of cloud across many parts of England, and you can see we've also got some patchy rain extending from the southwest through Wales up to northeast England, the southeast dry with some sunshine. And then as we get into the far north of England, a little bit of brightness, same for southern Scotland, same for Northern Ireland and northeast Scotland. But we also have a new weather front coming in, and that's going to introduce some heavier and more persistent rain to Scotland and also Northern Ireland through the day. But as our first front sinks southwards with its cloud and patchy rain, it will brighten up for a time across northern England and also Wales and then the southwest of England too. In fact, so much so we could have a high of 24 degrees across the northeast of England this afternoon, and it will feel quite humid. Behind this weather front, we'll have more of a northerly wind across Scotland, and that will be fairly gusty in the north. Now, pollen levels today are high across most of England, low or moderate across the rest of the UK. Through this evening and overnight, eventually our first front gets into the southeast, followed in hot pursuit by our second one, bringing in all this rain. And then behind it, we've got more rain coming in across the northeast of Scotland and still this brisk wind. But it's not going to be a cold night. These are our overnight lows between 9 and about 15 degrees. I'll have a longer weather forecast looking deeper into the week in about half an hour. But now back to Charlie and Naga.
Are you going to bring sunshine?
Weekend's looking quite nice for you. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with the weather. Oh, it's a nice long pier you have there. It looks slippery, though.
It is lovely, isn't it, Naga? Good morning, everyone. The weather in Brighton this morning is rather nice, as you can see from the blue skies. And of course, it's Brighton and Hove, this picture taken in Hove by one of our weather watchers. But it's not like this everywhere. Excuse me, it's not like this everywhere. We do have a lot of clouds, some low clouds and murky conditions as well across other parts of the country. This one is Whitley Bay, North Tyneside. Although it's cloudy for you now, it will brighten up later on. And in fact, northeast England could well be one of the places that sees the highest temperatures in the land today. So ahead of the weather front, we've got the sunshine. Here's the weather front with all the low cloud, mist and murk associated with it. And then behind that, there's a more persistent band of rain coming our way, courtesy of another weather front across Scotland and Northern Ireland. And through the course of the day, that is slowly going to slip southwards. So in between is where we'll see the brightest skies across northern England, also eventually through parts of Wales and the southwest as our first front continues its journey down into the southeast. Still be bright, still be some sunny skies as well, but temperatures in the south 20-21, in the north 11 to about 21. But as I mentioned, somewhere in northeast England could hit 24. Now, the pollen levels today are high across England, lower moderate across the rest of the UK. And then as we head on into the evening and overnight period, you can see how our weather front continues into the southeast with its patchy rain. And we also have this next weather front coming down behind it. Watch how it curls round. So more rain coming into the northeast of Scotland. Gusty winds here as well, but it's not going to be a cold night. So tomorrow we've got the rain continuing to edge down into the southeastern corner, weakening as it does so, move it up into the north of Scotland and then follow it as it comes south through the course of the day into northern England. Brighter skies out towards the west, but we could still see a few thundery showers, parts of northwest England, also through parts of the West Midlands and Wales. But note the difference in temperature. We've got this northerly wind, so instead of being up to 24 in Newcastle and humid today, looks like it's more likely to be 13. So a big drop in temperatures tomorrow, Naga and Charlie.
Carol, thank you very much. See you later.
Morning. Some of us will see some sunshine today, but for most, it's going to be fairly cloudy with some rain, the heaviest of which will be across Scotland and Northern Ireland. I'll have all the details later in the programme. Walked into the room there.
Did you, Carol? Yeah. Okay. I'm actually...
See you both. Good morning, everyone. Now, this morning it is quite a cloudy start, a murky start for many parts of the country. This is one of our Weather Watchers pictures from Whitley Bay, North Tyneside. So there's a lot of cloud here, but we expect this cloud to push south, and then northeast England will probably be the warmest part of the UK today. You can see in the radar picture we've got some patchy rain, murky conditions across England and Wales, and then we've got heavier rain coming in across Northern Ireland and Scotland. Now ahead of this band of rain there's some sunshine, but through the day a wee bit more cloud will come our way in the southeast as the front sinks south, and it will brighten up behind it. And at the same time we still will have the rain moving across Scotland. Behind the main band what you'll find is we'll pull in a gusty northerly wind. That rain eradicating the sunny start in parts of Northern Ireland as it crosses it, eventually getting in just across the borders into the far north of England. Then we're into the sunshine, but still a wee bit more cloud and some patchy rain coming into the southeast, and it will continue to do so actually as we go through the evening and overnight. And then our other band of rain moves southwards across England and Wales. But watch how it curls round. It's a weather front and comes back in across northeast Scotland, bringing more rain here too. Gusty, brisk winds through the night, but it's not going to be a cold night. And if we follow this front through the day, it sinks south across northeast Scotland into northeast England, and we'll have some patchy rain in the southeast. So it's western areas that will see the best of the sunshine, but even so, we could see some sharp thundery showers across parts of Wales, the West Midlands and northwest England. But one thing you will notice is a big drop in temperature. Today we could have 24 in the northeast of England. Tomorrow it may just be 13. Naga and Charlie, I'll be testing you later, Naga. See if you were listening.
Yeah, of course we're listening. Oh, yes, good one. Thank you very much, Carol. We will see you later on. Did you see the weather in Berlin for that game? It was tipping down.
Yes, we have seen some rain. Do you know what? In Eastern Europe, they've had record-breaking June temperatures as well. Moscow just shy of 35 degrees, the highest temperature in June recorded there since 1901. We also have mixed fortunes with our weather today. We're looking at a mostly cloudy day. There is some sunshine in the forecast, but there's also some rain. Now, the rain is courtesy of two weather fronts. This weather front's very slowly slipping southwards, the rain in it fairly light, but there's a lot of low cloud and murk around it, whereas this weather front is bringing more persistent rain, and behind that we're looking at gusty northerly winds. So we've got all this cloud, which will eventually come into the southeast, where at the moment it's sunny, and it will take its patchy rain with it. And all this rain moving across Scotland and Northern Ireland, leaving some brisk winds coming in behind it. But in between, across Northern England, Wales, and eventually parts of southwest England, it will brighten up. We'll see some sunshine, and we could have a day of 24 degrees in northeast England. If that tempts you into the water, well, the sea temperature in the northeast is only 14 degrees at the moment. Now, pollen levels today are high across England and Wales and moderate across the rest of the UK. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, we still do have our weather front continuing to journey into the southeast, with the second one hot in its heels. And if we follow this one round, it's a big hook. It's a weather front that is also going to sink southwards across Scotland. Still that brisk northerly wind, and these are our overnight lows between 9 and 15 degrees. So it's not going to be a cold night. Tomorrow then, we start off with the bottom end of the weather front continuing to push into the southeast. If we take the top end of it, it sinks south across the northeast of Scotland, getting into southern Scotland. Best of the sunshine will be out towards the west, but we could see some sharp showers, which may well be thundery, across parts of Wales, the West Midlands and northwest England through the day. One thing you'll notice, though, are the temperatures. Real nosedive in temperatures. If you think northeast England today, 24, tomorrow, 13, and we're looking at highs generally in the south 19 to 20 and in the north 12 to about 15. Now, as we head on through Friday and into the weekend, this system, which is wrapped around an area of low pressure, sinks a little bit further south. So in the south the weather will be more unsettled, but we do have a ridge of high pressure across the north. So for Scotland and Northern Ireland, you'll see the lion's share of the sunshine. And what you'll also find is there'll be a wee bit more cloud coming in at times. But for England and Wales, we're looking at brisk winds, especially in the south, and also some showers at times. Could be heavy and thundery in the far south of England during the course of Saturday. Into Sunday, once again, we are looking at a lot of dry weather for Scotland, Northern England and Northern Ireland with some sunshine. Further south, we still have weather fronts close by. Still the likelihood we could see some showers. Some of those could be heavy and thundery. And our temperature range 13 to 20, but that 20 in Glasgow in the sunshine will feel quite nice. And this rain in the south might affect Wimbledon on Monday. Charlie Naga.
You'll be taking your brolly, I'm assuming.
You did have a very good stat about Moscow. What was it? Highest recorded temperature in July since 1901, was that?
Yes, that's right.
See?
Yes, well, thanks for correcting me. I think I said June. It is June.
It is June.
June.
No, so you can correct me. Yeah, it was June.
Oh, sorry, Nag, I didn't mean to correct you, but it is June.
Absolutely fine.
Can you two stop being polite?
No,
Good
you've
stuff.
got lovely
Okay,
Matt.
that's great. There you go, Charlie.
Josh, is that the time?
Time